Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of my YouTube vlog show known as TPL, episode 784. We are 16 episodes away from episode 800. Now, not only the show is about, my vlog show is all about fun and entertainment, or my entertainment fun, cracking jokes and whatnot. It's also about heart, and also about, speaking from the heart, as usual. Uh, what I like to do. And on my last episode, I talked about why, I just realized that the lack of internet etiquette has affected a lot of people on here. And so much so, I had to endure, a lot for the last year and a half. And the reason why people have been acting like that towards me because I've been productive, I've been doing stuff, first, I've been doing a lot of things. I'm busy here on the internet, being creative and having fun and whatnot. But this time, so instead of doing the usual, instead of making videos that would trash these people and all that and be judgmental and whatnot, I decided, well, I want to help them out. All right, I want to help them out. When my last episode was the one thing that made people lack the internet etiquette, it was boredom. People getting bored instead of watching videos, and I figured, I want to be entertained. I want these people to get mad at me, and they started clacking away at the computer, at the keyboards and whatnot, and they're trying to get us going. So I gave out five important things that would help them break their boredom. But there's no reason why people act, very rotten in the lack of etiquette. It's respect. There's a lot of people out there. It seems like respect's been a lost art here. Not a lost art in a way, but it's a lost thing, a lost, courtesy, courtesy personality that is running rampant here and nowadays. I mean, back in the day, I've learned how to respect my elders and sometimes they say Mr. and Mrs. unless they insist I call them by the first name because we're a friend basis, and that's fine. But I usually call people Mr. and Mrs. and please and thank you, yes sir, no sir, and I've learned all that when I was a kid growing up, and that's what I was taught. And there's some times where when you grow up and you become a teenager and all that, and clean this thing up. Anyways, when when you become a teenager, sometimes you got to remember what your parents have taught you, but at the same time, you tend to be a little different. You're growing up. Your hormones are acting a little different, and everything else. You tend to be different, and all of a sudden now it's like I'm always the type of guy. I'm always the type of person that, hey, I always stand out. I always want to stand out. I always want to be myself. I always want to do my own thing and have that attitude. But sometimes that attitude can get you in a lot of trouble, you know. And you want to go and go after other people, because they're different than you, and you want to be just like them. You want everything to go your way. But the problem is that it's like your selfishness can lead to that lack of respect for other people in your life, and that affects you. I'll give you a little story. Always a life lesson learned from all this. And going back to 1995, the year of '95, my ex crush Paulette. All right, I'm going to talk about her for a bit in a positive way, because the fact of it is I always have a life lesson to learn from all this. Back in 1990 when I first met her, I thought nothing of it as like, I don't know, no. I just want to, I wasn't worried about. In fact, I didn't think she was that cute to begin with at first. But then she started going to the youth group and she got a smile, and all of a sudden the thoughts go into my head. All right, this girl's beautiful. She's pretty. I want her. And that was the mindset back then when I was a teenager, And all I did was nothing but talk about her. That's all I did throughout the throughout the 4.5 years that I have worked. Throughout 4.5 years, I had a crush on her. This was from 1991 to 1995. 1995, the first 5 years of the decade of '90s. Now, I had a lot of other things to worry about at the time. Schoolwork was very important. I was being a teenager, so I had my, the church and to worship the Lord, my youth group and all that good stuff. And, I still collect baseball cards, watching Red Sox games. I used to play video games back in the day. Everything was going on. And then I think '94, another year, '93, between '93 and '95 was total like a altering years, life altering years, because I went to the Christian school back in the day. Um, then then the school closed down. I started getting homeschooled, and everything was like, and then I moved from my house, in the West End near Butler Park to here, in the North End, New Bedford, and everything has changed so much, and I kind of forgotten and lost track about, because I was so much infatuated and obsessed with my ex crush back then, to think about all these other things. And, my father always tells me, and that's why I always say at the end of my each episode, use your head, don't do stupid things. Well, back then I wasn't using my head, and I did a lot of stupid things. I did a lot of stupid things to try to impress my ex crush back then. You know, you know, it's sort of like if Paulette was Laura Winslow and I was Urkel. You know what I mean? The only difference is in the show, Urkel got his girl in the end. All right, that's his TV show. That's his fantasy. That's the fantasy. You know, I was too much in my own fantasy world to realize that. But I was too far off. I kept right on going. I kept on running, going, having a crush on this girl. And it's like, I make the biggest mistake ever. And I realized something, and then it dawned on me. When you work outside at the mall every morning, you get time for yourself. You get to realize the thinking. Some things will come to you. The Lord will reveal some things to me. And one thing that He revealed is that going back to that situation was, I did not respect Paulette. I did not respect her back then. That cost me her as a friend when she went out with my other friend Ruby. I disrespected both of them, and it cost me two good friends. And I realized that. So if I don't start respecting others, they're gonna lose that respect for me. And that's what happened. It could cost me a lot of great friends in the end. So looking back at that situation, I realized, man, I have not respected Paulette. That's the reason why she won't talk to me for 22 years. Because I never respected her. And you know what, though? That's really sad of me. Because I'm not that type of guy to disrespect anybody. I try to respect people. But there are some times in my life where people don't want to respect me, and they bully me, they harass me, they make fun of me, and they judge me. And that made me very angry. And when I get angry, I just, I let my anger control me to the point where I start disrespecting others. And at that point, was, since I did not respect Paulette, that cost me her as a friend. And that's why nowadays I had to be very, very careful when it comes to women. I had to be very, very careful not to obsess myself with them. Now, I get judged by trolls on Twitter about, I follow women. I follow women, and I like curves. I like the curves of a woman, But at the same time, every time I follow a woman, I try to be a respectful person. It could be easy to type to a woman and say, I think you have a nice body. I want to make love to you and go to bed with you and all this good stuff. That would be easy. Easy. But, it also sometimes can get you a smack across the face from a woman, mind you. Now, if I met these women in real life, I probably would be scared out of my mind. But then I got to take a deep breath and just be myself and say, okay, be respectful, be yourself. It's very, very important. You see? That's the lack of, that's the respect that you need to show people, especially women. You got to remember, women are people too. Women have feelings. Sometimes I wonder what these girls do out, posing for magazines or doing films, or I wonder if they just, live their lives like the rest of us normal people. Do they go out and party? Do they have pets? Do they have kids? Do they have their husbands? Or sometimes you wonder about that. You don't want to delve too much into their lives. To the point where you want to stalk them and go, and you're over the house going, it'd be like Diamond Dallas Page, we'd be all been in trouble, But I think but the bottom line is that respect is the key. You want to be friends, you want to have friends, you need to start respecting others. You don't be too judgmental of what they do in their lives. Me, I don't care what people do in their lives, man. That's their thing. That's their doing, you know? You know, people are going to make mistakes. They're human beings just like you and me. But you gotta be respectful. If you're not respectful towards anybody, not only in real life, but also here on the internet, you're gonna lose that respect from those people. You know? And don't expect people to respect you. Don't demand it from them. You have to earn it. Respect is earned. It's not an award. It's not an endowment. In the words of Jim Ross, when The Rock first won his WWE Heavyweight Championship in that tournament back in 1998. Respect is earned. It's not an award. It's not an endowment. And don't tell me you're entitled to that respect. You need to earn it. Listen, I'm not asking people and demanding respect from anybody. All right? I'm like everybody. I need to earn that respect. Now, whether or not I'll regain that friendship and respect from Paulette, I don't know. Maybe never again. You know, maybe never. But it's up to the Lord what He wants to do. You know, I lost a friend. I lost two good friends in Ruben and Paulette because I disrespected them. Now, I could apologize to them 1,000 freaking times to forgive me for not respecting them. You see, but however, I'm not going to do it for just them. To anybody out there that if I disrespected all my friends in real life, if I disrespected any of you, I actually ask you to forgive me. But for those who don't know me and just judge me, you want my respect. You know, I'm sorry if I called you names and all that, but what you guys need to know, what you guys need to learn is you have to learn how to respect others. You don't just come commenting on my videos and flying at me with accusations that I have nothing to do with. I mean, false accusations, that's not respect. Lying about your friends is not respect. You know, and kids, you got to listen to your parents. Listen, I live in my parents' basement, but I still got to follow the rules of the house and show them respect. If I don't show them respect, I'm in trouble. You know, I can get easily kicked out of the house. My parents don't want any drugs or alcohol. I got no problem with that because I don't do any of that stuff. No? You know, I'm about bringing girls over. If I have a girlfriend, I will bring her over to meet my family. That's what I would do. I would make sure mom and dad are up. I would make sure, hey, listen, I got someone for you to meet. I'm going to bring her home to meet you guys. If she wants to meet you guys. You know, that's what I would have done. That's respect. You know, what I did towards my ex-crush Paulette was disrespectful of me. I disrespected her. That's the lesson I've learned. The lesson I've learned from that situation is always respect others. And when it comes to here on the internet, yeah, I get harassed by trolls over here for a year and a half for something that I have nothing to do with. You know, I have to admit, I resorted to name calling, screaming and yelling at them. But then before I decided to cut all ties with that situation, a few weeks ago, I tried to be a reasonable person. I tried to be a nice person. I said, listen, what you're doing is wrong. I tried to do that in a respectful manner. What you're doing is wrong. You need to knock this off. You're not going to get any respect. You're not going to make any friends this way. It's not respect at all. You know what? They never cared. They don't care. They want you destroyed. They want to do whatever it takes to destroy you. And that's lack of respect. If they don't care about what you have to say, you're trying to not only speak your mind, you try to do it in the rightful manner. You've got to respect others. You got to respect their opinions. You know what they were saying and doing are false. I don't have to respect that. I don't have to respect lies that come out of their mouths. I believe the truth and I respect the truth, and that's where it is. You know, the truth is where it lies, man. You can't respect others. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. You see, that's the two big. That's what I'm talking about. The two big things: the lack of internet etiquette. The biggest things that people lack, is the lack of creativity, which leads to boredom. That's what it is, boredom, and lack of respect. There's a lot of people out there that don't respect anybody. They just go out and do whatever they want. They judge whoever they want, and they go, oh, you know. When I follow a celebrity on Twitter, I try to be respectful. When I follow a wrestler, I try to be respectful. Yeah, I got a couple of them block me. Titus Neal, Josh Matthews, because I didn't say something that's respectful towards them. Sometimes they forget if I talking to their character or talking to them. That's the most kind of in the confusing shuffle. Boom. Yeah, no biggie. But but now I look at the situations. I got to be more respectful. Not just on the internet, but in real life. There's a lot of things I've gone through. Yeah, mentally, sometimes mentally you want to go, I need a vacation from people. That's sometimes I feel that way, but I have to be respectful. Respect is the key to a happy life, to a good life, and great friends. If you can't respect others, don't expect them to respect you back. That's how life is. Respect's a two-way street, folks. And sometimes, in everyday life, we all want respect. We all need respect. But it has to start with us. Start with us in here. We have to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Find out who we are. And once we find out who we are, we want to share that with the world. If someone comes up to you and say, hey, I respect you, man, because you're not afraid to speak your mind. I like you. I say, hey, thanks a lot, buddy. You want to speak your heart out, whatever it is, man. What's your opinion and stuff? I have a lot of opinions and stuff. I hate politics. Politics suck because what it does is causes strife and division within families, lack of respect among friends, lack of respect among family. And you know what? It's happened to my family. I'm not proud to say it. But it's happened before. It's happened. Hopefully one day that my entire family will come together, sit down, and just break bread without any drama, without any issues. Just have fun, joke around, laugh. Remember this, remember that. That type of thing. Will it happen? I don't know. Like I'm hoping one day I will sit down and break bread with my friends Ruben and Paulette. With their significant others, their spouses, and their kids, and all my church friends. Will that happen? I don't know. I do not know. I cannot tell you that. I cannot answer that. I cannot demand that. Up to what the Lord wants for me. I may be different. I want to say something. I may be diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. The high functioning person. Because here's the deal. 5 days before my 40th birthday, my mother and I went to a band rehearsal and we had a discussion about this. We were driving, and she told me that my nephew TC, Tustin Cruz, is diagnosed with autism. And then she said she did some research about some of the things that I went through when I was a kid, some of the symptoms I had when I was a kid and a teenager and nowadays. She says you might have a high functioning version of it called Asperger's syndrome. Now, maybe you're wondering is how come you didn't? Because I didn't know about this. Right? I didn't know about this. And because they never diagnosed it back in the day when I was at the Boston Children's Hospital when I was a kid growing up. I grew up in a broken home. I was abused. That's one of the reasons why I've been acting like been a jerk sometimes, being mean, being angry sometimes, and that lack of respect comes in. Sometimes sometimes I did not know it at the time, but I let that affect me. But the fact of the matter is that I go out there every single day. I go out to work every single day. I get up 5 o'clock in the morning. Put on my uniform. Make sure I have everything packed up, get my music, get ready to go, get relaxed, and then you go on. You get to work. You punch in. I get to work. I punch in. I do my thing. Do my thing without anybody bothering me. Less stress, very relaxful. And just do my job. Sometimes they tell me, hey, you missed this, man. All right, no problem. Sometimes I get into, you know, I get angry sometimes. Sometimes I get into a disagreement with my bosses in some situations. But you know, whatever, it's part of life. You know, but the main key is main key is respect. You got to respect other people. In order to get respect from them, it's a two-way. Like I said again, a two-way street. You got to respect others. Don't come out and demand respect. All right. You give respect, the respect will come back to you. You know, if you don't, you lose friends and you lose respect from other people. That's what happened to me. Remember, respect others. That's the main key. The Bible says to love one another. Also, you must respect them. The Bible says, love your enemies, bless them, and curse you. I don't consider what has happened to me, the people that are involved there, my enemies. I can't consider them enemies, but they've been my enemies. You know, these are people, to me, I look at them as people that need a life. They need, you know, they need to break their boredom. See, they lack the etiquette of the internet, you know. One is respect, the other is to break your boredom. Be creative. The internet has a lot of things to help you out. If you want your dream job, you know, the internet can help you provide that for you. There's a lot of things about it, you know. But if you don't show respect towards others, man, there's nothing I can do. I try helping people and say, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You're not respecting the others. You're not doing this, that, that. If you don't care, you refuse to give up on what you're doing, then you're gonna travel down that path, a path that you don't want to be on. And it's sad. It's sad, very sad. You know? And I don't want anybody ending up in that path. You know. Now, maybe you're wondering, you know, many of you are thinking, oh, you live in your parents' basement. You're a loser. You're society. You know, that's what society wants you to think. That's society. You know, you're saying what society wants me to think. You want me to think that I'm a loser and I go upstairs and get angry with my parents and I'm living in their basement. I'm sick and tired of living in a basement. I'm making fun of me. Is that what you want? You want me to be angry. I'm not angry. I'm thankful. I'd rather live in my parents' basement than go out there homeless or even get shot at. Seriously. That's how I feel. I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. Because if I didn't, I'd be out there in the rain, snow. You know, I'd probably be dead. But, you know, because I've lived in one of the toughest cities in Massachusetts history, New Bedford. You know? That's what, you know, that's about the lack of respect right here in New Bedford. There's a lack of respect. There's a spirit of disrespect right here in this city. We got to pray against it. You know, people taking drugs, people getting shot at, overdosing. There's homeless people, panhandling people, because they have no respect for others. They have no respect for themselves. And I think the best thing to do is you want respect. You want to give respect to others. You got to respect yourself first. That's probably the reason why I have not respected others, because I did not respect myself first. You know, again, going back to that situation with my ex-crush. Lack of respect. It was my fault that I've lost her as a friend because I did not respect her. I was being selfish, and I didn't even care about I didn't care about her. I was too damn selfish. That's what cost me a friend. That's why I have not spoken to her in 22 years, because I was selfish and disrespectful towards her. That's the truth. The truth may hurt, but you know what? That revelation inside me, I will carry that to this day. If I ever confronted my ex-crush again, I'll say, listen, Paulette, the reason why we're not spoken to each other, it's my fault. I was selfish and disrespectful towards you. I did not care about about your feelings. All I cared about was what I wanted. And for that, I would like to apologize to you and ask you to forgive me of that. That would be the first thing I would do if I ever confronted her ever again. Will I? I don't know. Like I said, God's got to play a part in this. It's a miracle that has to happen. But you know what? Like I said, I want to sit back, relax, and do my thing here on YouTube. That's why TPL has been invented, for me to do that, to share my life with the world. Whether it's good things, bad things, whatever. I always say, well, what's up, what's down, what's all around town? What's been happening? The lack of respect of people, that's what caused our Wayland City Festival to be canceled, to be done for, gone. You know? Because there are people out there that don't respect what our city really stood for. All right? What the Wayland City Festival is all about. There's people out there that don't respect that. They decide to pick that as their neutral battleground and start a brawl. That brawl had led to 23 arrests and the decline of the Wayland City Festival. And in 2014, gone. No more. But the police union said, wait a minute. That's not what our city is all about. We need to bring it back somehow. And it got so good to the point where now the new police chief wanted it for 4 days, 11 to 9 o'clock. That means we could get more business and we could get more vendors to the point it may be restored to the greatness that it once was the Wayland City Festival. And for 4 days, that would be a wonderful thing if it happened. That'd be great if we keep progressing this Family Fun Festival. Before you know it, we can rename it the Wayland City Festival, and it will be stronger and better than it was ever before. And I have a lot of faith that that's going to happen. A new police chief believes in our city, and I respect. If I met Police Chief Cordero, I want to say thank you. Thank you for trying to bring this Family Fun Festival back up to the legacy, to be part of the legacy of the Wayland City Festival. To me, that's what I believe in my heart, that you doing this could bring it back to the legacy of that festival. And I have a lot of respect for you for it, and I say thank you. That's what I would say. You see, the fact of the matter is this. It all boils down to RESPECT, respect. You know what? I'm going to write it down for you so you guys can recognize it. Hold up. And I don't have much time. I'm going to go back on the YouTube Games and Entertainment crew on Discord app real soon to watch, to play some tic-tac-toe. Respect. Have respect for other people in your life. If you don't have any friends, you lack this. You need this. Don't be judging people for they go on the outside, or they post on the internet. You're judging people. That's not respect. The Bible says, "Judge not, and you be judged." You know. You know. It's sad. Sad state of affairs, man. Main key. Time for respect. Alright? That's all there is. Just remember, I do care about all y'all out there. Alright? I do care about that. I do care about you guys. This is what the show's about. All about heart. All right, and I love the positive feedback that I'm getting. I want to appreciate that more than ever, and I have a lot of respect for that. So main key is start respecting others, and they'll respect you back, and they'll be your friends. And before you know it, and if you refer to my last episode, the 5 things to break your boredom, you do those 5 things, you're gonna earn respect that way too. Before you know it, you'll be doing your thing, and you'll be smiling, be happy, and hopefully you'll be in a thankful mood like I am. I'm not here. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward. Hopefully, I want to try to do my Super K Kid episodes on Saturdays after work. Coincide with my favorite cartoon, the Saturday Super K. And I think I know what to play on my RetroPie 3 system next on my Super K conditions. You're going to have to tune in and find out what it is. All right? Just keep smiling. Keep smiling and do your thing, man. So that's all the time we have on the show. Remember, use your heads. Don't do stupid things. Remember, love and respect one another. Coolness is the essence of a happy person. And remember, if you're having a very bad day, don't disrespect other people. Just grab a pad and a pen, click it, and go. Bad day, you just made the list. All right? This is episode 784, 16 episodes away from 800. This is all about respect. One key word. I want everybody to learn it, love it, and embrace it. See you guys later. You have a wonderful day. Have a great, great day. Please have a wonderful day and a respectful day. Remember, respect your elders and your parents, kids. See ya. Bye.